Welcome back to the Nerdcore podcast, the podcast reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 347. I'm sorry to everybody who read 364 on the podcast feed. Sometimes I forget my numbers or I mix them up. But this is 347, not 367. All right?
We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll be there by next month.
Yeah. As always, it's the nerd that you're going to hear to host the show along with my wonderful co-host, Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on, man?
Thank you for tuning into the main show.
To the main show, yeah. We did a High Flyer Radio a couple of hours ago. It was a great episode. We talked about NXT in your house. That is already up, so you guys can go and check that out. But you're here at the main show, and we're continuing on with our Western Film Month reviews as we discuss today's second film, Appaloosa. Appaloosa. But how you doing, Brad?
I'm doing okay. I ate a little bit too much. Kind of full. Kind of farty. It's okay, though. We're all going to live.
I have to watch a 3-hour film right now, so, for film condition tomorrow. Yeah, not my favorite.
Three-hour movies are hard.
Like, well, as long as it has a good pace, I don't mind.
That's true, but most 3-hour movies don't have a good pace. Is the issue. I mean, even Kurosawa didn't get the 3-hour movie pace technically right. Well, but who am I to talk? So
who are you to disrespect?
Kurosawa can do whatever the fuck he wants. I mean,
you to judge the emperor, right?
I'm just saying, I don't have the attention span like most.
I mean, La Dolce Vita is 3 hours, and that movie flies by quick for me. But it's fine. I don't mind, dude. We're doing cinema condition tomorrow, so you have to. I'm sorry for everybody who doesn't have that earlier than expected. Scheduling fell under, and we had to do it later than we wanted to. But it's all good as long as it's gonna happen.
Who's the guest this week? Because you had RB3 last time.
Yeah, we're bringing on Charlie Jones to talk 1995's Underground. Russian film.
Ooh.
So
you get to watch another sad, depressing movie, probably.
I know, never seen Underground.
I mean, but it's a Russian film, so that's usually sad and depressing. But
you can
that's only because I've only seen Tarkovsky films.
Yeah. Oh man, but yeah. So today we're gonna talk about Appaloosa, and I mean, what else? We nothing else to bring. Oh yeah, this is live for patrons and patrons only. You can get it live as well by going to patreon.com/nerdcore right there.
This is some fancy shit. We've gone up in the world.
Yup, man. We definitely have. But
look, you can read it right there. And you can see us on video. Oh my god, we've upgraded.
You can hear us on audio. It's all good.
I mean, you hear us on pretty good actually really good quality. So yeah, we've hit the big time roll.
Yeah, we have, right, Brad?
Compare those first few episodes. What's bad is I always check Anchor.
Yeah,
and it's like the first episode is always getting more and more.
Because everybody goes
like, it's just like, guys, just go to 20, and onward.
Yeah, dude, it's just like.
I mean, it's a good nostalgic trip. Like, yeah, I was talking through a phone on episode 4, but
it's a good reminder where we come from, bro. Where we've been, where we were, and where we are now.
I mean, we have actual microphones, and I have dual screens. Like, what the fuck is this?
Dual screens. I need to get on that.
You need dual screens, bro. Like the next time Cyber Monday hits up, just go on Amazon and look up for the screens. They'll have one for $80. Swear to God.
Yeah. I want to have like a, what's it called? I want to get a PC, but
I want a bigger desk. Like
yeah, you want a bigger, definitely.
I want a bigger desk, and I want to move to a bigger room but I've been moved into like 3 rooms. I just need to get my garage done, get an air conditioning in there, and then I should be set.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Um, yeah, but I mean, you've been wanting a different desk in a different room for a while, right?
Yeah, because the master bedroom for this, like, it's a nice desk and all, but like I need like a big ass motherfucker because I'm just kind of
Yeah.
cramped here.
I mean, the more stuff we have to do, the more gear you have to have on there. So,
Yeah, and like so I got a stream deck here. I got my PlayStation,
yeah.
computers on the ground. So
Yeah, no, I know. I get you, man. That's why, you know, I, well, when I come back over here, like, what's it called? I never have in studio guests, but like, part of me would just love if I had like a table where these arms can, rest well on, and I can have, me right here, but I wouldn't have to worry about the what's it called? The mixer taking too much space, and,
yeah,
you know, there's just things like that. And then part of me just wishes I had a studio space in general, but yeah.
maybe one day. Maybe one day we'll be like Tiny Meat Gang or something. We'll
Yeah.
be able.
Kind of funny or something, right?
We'll be able to afford neon lights and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
New chairs.
Yep. All right. Well, I mean, enough playing around, my friends. Oh, now I know why I needed my iPad out here. I need to do the spoiler warning, right? All right. And then you see, this is the great part about this desk just being no roomy. Also, I just have a lot of crap on this desk, so
that's kind of my issue too. But I like having and I'd like to get one like with a wall, and not like, hey, everybody, see where I sleep? It's like right over there. Hey, and the bed's actually made. My wife must have done that because that wasn't fucking me.
Yeah, but like,
see my curtains; those are nice.
But then I would wonder that you would lose a lot of your lighting if you were to put yourself on the wall or something like that.
Not really, because all my my lights are off right now. This is coming straight from my just whatever this camera is.
Oh yeah, your C920, yeah, your Logitech.
Yeah, my Logitech.
It's also from your computer that's helping to light you.
Yeah, the screening and everything. So yeah, the lighting's actually not bad and all that, especially since I have no lights on.
Yeah, and you see, this is just my computer hitting me, and then the light bulbs up here hitting directly at me. So yeah. All right, whatever. Let's go ahead and get into this. And if you've never seen Appaloosa, then this is your chance to click off. But if you don't care about spoilers, then go ahead and keep listening. So, Brad, let's go ahead and start this in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My friends, your spoiler warning is in effect. All right, Brad, introduce us to Appaloosa 2008.
All right, coming from the only source we know, Wikipedia. Appaloosa is a 2008 American Western film based on the 2005 novel Appaloosa by crime writer Robert B. Parker. Directed by Ed Harris. Yes, that Ed Harris. And co-written by Harris and Robert Knott. Appaloosa stars Harris alongside Viggo Mortensen. Y'all haven't heard that name in a while. Renee Zellweger, or that one. And Jeremy Irons. We've heard that one quite a bit. The film premiered at 2008 Toronto International Film Festival and was released in selected cities on September 19, 2008, then expanded into wide release on October 3rd, 2008. The film shares some narrative similarities with the 1959 Western Warlock, directed by Edward. Why is there a Russian name in here? Dmitrik. And starring Henry Fonda, Anthony Quinn, and Richard Widmark. There's also a 1966 Western named The Appaloosa, which stars Marlon Brando, but the two films are unrelated.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Let's go. I was actually confused. I thought you wanted the 66 one, and I was worried that I was watching the wrong one. But no, you chose the
2008 version with Ed Harris.
I remember you said Ed Harris, and I was like, oh yeah, that's Ed Harris.
Yeah. And then so budget $20 million, box office $27.7 million. Not surprising, it's a Western in the 2000s. It's not going to do well.
Yeah. By the way, Viggo is gonna be what's it called? Viggo. I haven't seen him since Green Book, right?
Yeah.
He did put out some stuff, Falling, and then he's got this Unabomber. On the Unabomber.
Yeah. Wow. Well, he's got the look for it. He's kind of got the Ted Kaczynski look.
but it's supposed to start filming, but you know that
I don't know if that's a compliment. Like, you totally have the Ted Kaczynski look. That's like saying I have the Ted Kaczynski look because of my beard. It's not a compliment for crazy white people.
Yeah. All right, Brad, give us your thoughts on your initial thoughts on.
I remember when I first watched. This is my second watch, by the way. So I remember in 2008 watching this. I can't remember if it was in a theater or not. I don't remember. But I remember this being much better than my second watch through. I'm just saying, like, that's why I chose it, because I'm like, oh, this has some great dialogue. And it does have great dialogue. It has some very funny dialogue. Like the one where Ed Harris punches the dude in the face with his gun. And the dude's like, you broke my tooth. And Ed Harris is like, yeah, the Colt makes a heavy firearm. It's just shit like that that's funny. But I mean, the cinematography, pretty good. I think they got some beautiful scenes. I think Ed Harris did really good directing, but I think where it falls off, one, Renee Zellweger. Like, I just don't like Renee Zellweger. I didn't like her performance in this. It seemed kind of stiff.
It's nothing too special.
No. I really like Ed Harris and Viggo Mortensen's dynamic in the film. So that, I really like that. But at the same time, the editing in this movie is horrendous. And I didn't remember that from back in the day. The editing is bad in this. And that might be because I just watched Venom and I'm just more observant of this shit. But it was like they were doing the same thing, but not as bad. You get a 5-minute scene and then a cut. And then another cut 5 minutes later. And it's just like,
you don't want to cut?
Like, why don't you guys like just drag the scenes out a little bit? Because it'd be weird. It'd be weird cuts too. It'd be like one's in the desert and then they're in a bathroom. It's like, the fuck is this?
Yeah.
That's where it lost me. Like, I like everything else about this movie except really Renee Zellweger and the editing. Like, I like the cinematography. I like the directing. I like Viggo and Ed Harris. I like the dialogue, but the editing just throws you out of this movie, and it's bad.
Yeah. So this movie is absolutely beautifully shot. It's beautiful to look at. The performances are pretty good, and the music is actually pretty damn good too.
And I forget, Jeremy Irons plays a badass.
Yeah, and that's the extent of stuff that I actually like about this movie. This movie is very uninteresting. The story drags and drags and drags and drags and drags and drags. Badly.
Do you remember Jesse James, the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford? I gotta say the whole.
No. So that film, not gonna say the whole thing. I feel like this movie is so badly wanting to be like that one.
Mm-hmm.
But what is so great about the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford is that even though it's so slow, it's constantly the constant, reminder that like, yo, when am I gonna see Jesse? What's it called?
When am I gonna see Brad Pitt? Like, when is he coming on screen to totally kill this whole scene through this movie? And you really don't get that through this movie. I mean, you get some good scenes with Ed Harris and Viggo, but you don't get enough of them. And you're right. This movie does seem to drag, and then the editing doesn't help it at all.
Yeah, the editing is so bad, guys. Like, the editing is really bad. There's, I mean, this is also, I don't know. I wasn't there in the editing room. If Viggo was paying that much attention Ed Harris was paying that much attention to the editor. Like, I feel like Ed Harris should have said like something around there, like, "Hey guys, dude, why are we cutting like this? This is bad."
I mean, but Ed Harris is also an actor too. So how much time is he really spending on the editing? But I get what you're saying. But this is before Westworld or the new Westworld, because there was an old one. But and I can definitely see where somebody probably watched this and go, "Oh, that's our Man in Black. Look at the dude."
And by the way, fucking Ed Harris is amazing. I mean,
Ed Harris is amazing at everything. He like steals
all
the scenes, even if the movie's bad.
Yeah, but this is just like I couldn't. I tried so hard. Like, first 30 minutes, I'm just trying to grasp onto something, but the story just keeps dragging so bad, man.
I really think the best part of this movie was in the opening. Like the
Yeah,
opening was pretty fucking good.
yeah. But dude, like an hour and 55 should not feel like a freaking 3 hour movie, dude.
Uh-uh.
And
I really think that's the editing's fault because
yeah, that's 100% that's the editing
because it
fault.
doesn't interest you because it like no scenes are allowed to actually play out. It's like, oh, okay, look, do you see that dude on the mountain? And then it cuts to them getting to the guys on the mountain like they haven't moved.
Yeah, it's just it's terribly edited, and the script is there. I honestly think the script is there, the dialogue is there, but just something about how it manages the pace and the editing is just like I just couldn't I couldn't
No,
wait to finish this.
like I said, this movie seemed a lot better in 2008 than my second watch through.
Yeah.
And that might just because I'm getting older and more noticing of shit I don't like. But
Or you've
again,
dedicated
again,
or you've
Jeremy
dedicated,
Irons can be the enemy or the villain in any movie. I would watch that.
or you've dedicated like around 340 episodes to criticizing film and also understanding what goes in and out of it. So
And there were no fucking Dutch angles, damn it.
there's no Dutch angle. Funny thing is, I was watching Community and there was a Dutch angle in Community. It's hilarious, but that's a little bit off topic, and this is not the show for off topic. But
I mean, and I think I want to say this was after Renee Zellweger got some
the Oscar, yeah, it's when she won her first Oscar.
yeah. But at the same time, I just didn't like her in this movie. Like she's just so bland. The character's bland.
Yeah, and like I said, that's kind of the fault of the writing.
Yeah.
Some of these characters are really, really, really just so one-dimensional, dude. And
well, you really only have three interesting ones. That's Ed Harris's character, Vigo's character, and Jeremy Irons. Which had it just been them three through the whole movie, probably would have been more enjoyable.
Yep.
Because they were trying to force a story, it seemed, with the love story between Ed Harris, but Renee Zellweger is totally just, as Virgil Cole put it, just fucks everything.
Yeah. And yeah, man, it's just like, wow, I wasn't expecting like amazing stuff here, but
No,
I was expecting for this film to actually, carry some weight with it, and it just wasn't there, man. It felt like
I mean, I at least I remembered it had good dialogue, which it did, but it wasn't enough to carry this movie. It just too much was left on the cutting room floor. It was edited just bad. It was bad.
Who the fuck edited this?
I mean, probably the same guy who edited it. Edited by Catherine Hemoff. Sorry, Catherine, it was bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know if that because like usually the director is there with the editor. So why doesn't it have the editor here?
I mean, sorry, Ed Harris. The editing was bad.
There's no what's it called? Wikipedia entry for Catherine. Hold on, let me search her up on IMDb.
I feel like Ed Harris had wanted this to be, something grander and might have tried to go longer with it. And then the studio might have stepped in and been like, yo, it's a Western. You can't go over 2 hours, bro.
I could just imagine them telling him, like, hey, man, it's a little bit too much. Catherine Hemoff, because I really do want to know if this was like her first editing.
I mean, music was good. I like the music.
Yeah, like I said, I like the music, the sound design, but like it's kind of tough to
I did like the portions where Ed Harris just can't remember fucking words, and he's like, "What word am I thinking of?" Fascinating. Oh yeah, fascinating.
So she's directed like the Strain TV shows.
What TV shows?
Strain. The Strain is a show.
I never even heard of that.
She did an episode. She did the first episode of The Office, pilot. But other than that, there's nothing like big that what's it called? Know her from. Why does it say here fucking? She was in the editing department for Guardians 2, but yeah, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pan. She edited that. House of a Thousand Corpse. Okay, so I mean, I don't know if I can blame the edit because look, she did Man in the High Castle, and that series is the first episode was great.
Well,
Great
when was Man in the High Castle though?
2015.
Because 2015, so she had a good 7 years after this.
To
So this
learn.
might be been one of her first, to be
No, dude,
honest.
this was actually like her 12th or 13th because
Oh well, then
the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I
7,
mean,
8,
you're seeing what I'm
10,
seeing
11,
though, right?
12,
The
13,
editing
14,
just
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21 credits before she
Appaloosa.
got to Appaloosa.
Well, I don't know what to say then, but
Yeah.
you're seeing what I'm seeing, right? This movie suffered
Yeah.
at the hands of the editor,
Yeah. Yeah.
which might
Editor
also have
with the
suffered
writing.
if Ed Harris had told her that this is how he wanted, because he is the director. So
Yeah.
I'm sure he had a hand in the editing room.
Yeah. So I wonder if, I guess blame goes to both the director and the editor, but I mean, uh, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Stars Born is perfect, but there is a little bit of some problems in the editing of A Star Is Born from Bradley Cooper.
I think
So,
that's where a lot of shit can go wrong, is if it's edited wrong. I mean,
yeah,
take a look at Venom. I think Venom would have been less of a horrible film had it not had so many quick cuts. I mean, it would still been a horrible film, but I would have hated it less.
yeah. What did I tell you? My professor always tells me use what's it called? Use the actor's movements to dictate where you cut. And in Venom, they decided to use every single movement.
Yeah, like every and just and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but I do agree with you, Brad. This movie's terribly edited.
I mean, if the editing had been like a lot better, I think we would have had a good movie, even with Renee Zellweger's performance. Because scene design, the setting, dialogue, music was there, but I can't.
Yeah,
I can't get away from the editing. That's what's always in my head.
it just messes up. It messes up the way the film flows. It messes the way that some of the characters feel, and it kind of makes the film kind of crumble.
And in the story wise, I wish they would have done less of the trying to do the Renee Zellweger Ed Harris love scene and try to make it more of a buddy movie between Ed and Vigo, which it kind of did, but it didn't go the whole way that way. Not as much as I would have liked to see.
All right, let's get to scoring, man. What is your score for Appaloosa?
You go first so I can see what I'm working with here.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give Appaloosa a 2.5 out of 5 on my letterbox, which will roughly translate over to about, I want to say, 4.75 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Appaloosa a 5.5 out of 10. It's just the editing. If the editing had been better, this would have been easily a 7 or 8 movie.
Yeah, man. I like I said, there's just a lot of faults in here that just feel like could have been fixed, but sadly,
I mean, shout out to DeVigo, Ed Harris, and Jeremy Irons, because they killed at least their parts.
Yeah. So that's our review of Appaloosa, and next week we'll do Hell or High Water, and if I remember correctly, I freaking love that movie. So
well, you think you may have. It may change over time.
I don't know, man. That one is pretty damn good. But what's it called? We're also doing Saturday morning review. We're doing the Hacktivist, right?
Is that what it's called? It's called It's the story of Anonymous. Whatever the hell.
Hacktivist, right?
Is it the Hacktivist? I don't remember.
I don't know, dude. I'll go back to listen to the episode where we discussed which one was the movie we're watching. Or you know what? Anonymous. Okay, right here. Anonymous movie, 2011, right?
Oh, We Are Legion, the story of the Hacktivists.
Yeah, We Are Legion. Okay. Story of the Hacktivists. Okay, thanks, man. I knew this.
I got you.
But, yeah, as always, I want to thank you guys for tuning in with us and listening to us or watching us wherever you guys are. We appreciate all of that. You always want to do what you always want to do is the 3 things that could help us out a lot. Subscribe, /like, and put on that notification bell on on what's it called on YouTube. So like this video and subscribe to our channel and put that notification bell on. You'll get notifications when we go live, when we post videos and all that stuff. Please. Also, you can follow us on Twitch if that's what you enjoy more. So twitch.tv/the nerdcore. Go ahead and check us out there. Or you can do the last one, which is you go to Apple Podcasts or Stitcher and you leave us a 5-star review and you help us out there. Because it helps people find the show easier, more easier.
Or you just pick option 4 and do all 3 of them, damn it.
Yeah, do option 4, just do all 3 of them. Well, option 4 would actually be, what's it called?
Is it the pay to play Petri dish? No, sorry, Patreon.
Before we get to option 4, I have to tell you guys that where you can find all of the stuff that we do is right there, thenerdcore.com. Almost done with my In the Mood for Love review, so that will be up soon. And you want podcasts, you want the characters. I guess we are characters, but you want to know where you can find us and all that stuff, then you can check it out there and all that wonderful stuff. And then option 4, of course, patreon.com/nerdcore. We really do appreciate everybody who helps us out. Want to give a shout out to Andrew Green for being our recent patron.
Dollar bills, yo.
Dollar bill. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, Andrew, for joining. I promise I'll be returning the favor in a bit to your Patreon. So thank you so much for what's it called for joining our Patreon. It really does help us out. And we want to thank some more people who pledged to our Patreon. And that's our producers. Our associate producers are Cassie and Sarah. And then we have executive producers at the $15 tier who are Grayson Barker. You can follow at Grayson Barker 98 on Instagram, Warlord 1bar on Twitter. And then you can follow our other executive producer, Shane, from the $50 tier. Where can they find him, Bradley?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/SWRWK or on Twitter at SWRWK Twitch. He is trying to get stuff together for selling for his other gig. Yeah.
And it's benefiting Black Lives Matter, right?
I think I think a portion of the proceeds go to Black Lives Matter, if I remember right.
Yeah, so go and support the homie Shane, not shame.
Shane. Seamus.
Yeah.
Sheamus.
All right, whatever.
Seems.
And as always, we have our $25 tier executive producers, Brown Rice 96 on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you, Bryce, for being a patron.
Wherever you are, Bryce, I love you.
Wherever you are.
Wherever you be, Bryce, I love you.
We love you. And then, of course, Tony, who you can find on Twitter at Real Nerdy Dad.
Dropped in on the live show and tried to make us look awkward, and we blew it right back at him, didn't we, Ro?
Yeah, by spending 30 fucking minutes just
it was not 30 minutes, bro. It was longer.
Yeah.
That had to be like an hour.
Either way, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. As always, you can catch us on Saturday, yes. You can catch me on Wednesday for the Cinema Condition. As always, you can go check that out at anchor.fm/the Cinema Condition. And then you can catch Brad. I don't know when Brad's coming on I don't know if there's unstructured this week, but you guys could really help there be more unstructured episodes by literally sending Brad links of stuff you want him to talk about. Because that's what'll make there be more
Because it's no fun just going researching. That's why I like these shows, because Ro has already done the research.
Oh yeah, right? You just want me to produce everything.
Yeah, I'm a lazy bastard.
Shut up, Brad.
Basically, I just roll out of bed, get on the show, and co-host. That's my gig.
No, Brad. This thing we do here, it's a two-way street, asshole. What's it called? You get to produce your damn show. All right, so and you can find me on Saturday for the Saturday morning review. Thursday, it's going to be early for patrons, and then the live show this weekend. But as always, it's been a lot of fun, and we will see you guys on the next one. Bradley, send them out.
Rule. Thank you for being host as always. Thank you to all our listeners out there. All our blah, 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 blah. All of our Patreon supporters. We truly appreciate each and every one of you.
What's going on today?
Thank you to all those on Twitch, on YouTube. We do appreciate it, and we're glad you guys tuned in. And I guess I just I'll tip my hat to y'all and see you some other time. Young Yoda out.